all ended to Meghan as she lost reputation again with awful experience for bad-mouthing in show. Meghan Markle has told how she felt she was reduced to a bimbo as a Deal or No Deal briefcase girl, but wants her daughter Lilibet to aspire higher. Meghan Markle's podcast Archetypes is all about archetypes. The dictionary says an archetype is a very typical example of a certain person or thing, and Meghan's podcast dives into the tropes and labels used to pigeonhole women. Now, I'm not an English major, but that sort of feels like a stereotype, no? Unfortunately, Meghan and Prince Harry's company is called Archewell, not Stereowell, and their son's name is Archie, not Stereo-y. So archetypes it is. On this week's episode, the archetype was bimbo, and the guest was one of the biggest bimbos of all time. No, not Angeline, I wish. It was Paris Hilton. Honestly speaking, her guests are props, alright? So she doesn't have much talent herself, but she has so many people around her that do. She's delusional. She's average in both looks and intelligence. I wonder who on earth could be pushing headlines naming Meghan Markle as the smartest royal. What convenient timing. Does she really think people can't see through her? Never seen such a saddest flop of two people. The Duchess of Sussex expressed her grievances on the new episode of her Archetypes podcast. She said the job was all about looks and not smarts, complaining many of her briefcase-toting cohorts were super smart, but producers didn't care. You've got to ask, what did she think she signed up for, wearing sexy dresses and striking poses as she cracked a big smile and opened the briefcase? That was the job. The mum of two said she was grateful for the work as she tried to break through as an actress and pay the bills. She said, however, she disliked how it made her feel and was not smart because she didn't like the feeling of being forced to be all looks. The Duchess said she disliked feeling forced to be all looks and little substance during her stint on Deal or No Deal in 2006. She said there was a very cookie-cutter idea of what the briefcase girl should look like and that it was solely about beauty and not necessarily about brains. Meghan said that before tapings of the show, all the models would line up for different stations. Lashes, hair extensions and bra padding. They were also given weekly spray tan vouchers. She revealed she eventually quit the show because it made her feel a bit dumb. Meghan Markle was left shocked by hearing Paris Hilton's story of abuse after she was sent to boarding school as a teenager. She's since opened up about the abuse she suffered at a boarding school and spoke about the horrific experience on the podcast. As soon as I walked in, they brought me into a room with male and female staff and 3 of the other students, and had me take off all of my clothes and do a strip search in front of all these people, she suggested. Right then and there, I knew this was not a normal school. Then, I remember just walking around and showing me the rules and looking at all the kids. Everyone was just a zombie. The treatment centre was one of 3 Paris visited during her childhood, which promised to be a sanctuary for troubled teens. The American went on to become a celebrity figure, amassing a reported net worth of roughly £230 million, but stressed to Meghan that she had felt trapped by the harsh environment at one of the schools. She added, "Every day I was praying to God, please just wake me up from this nightmare. It was the most painful and horrific experience of my life, and it was for almost 2 years." After idolising the celebrity for her status while growing up, Meghan was left shocked by the allegations. "I can't even imagine," she replied. "I'm just so sorry that's something that you've had to experience."